Hi and welcome to She Knows. My name is Claudia and I am a passionate and dedicated leader in bringing women from all over the world alive and back in their bodies. In this podcast, you will learn everything you need about feminine leadership, energetic healing, and creating your unique feminine business from within. I will help you in connecting to your true nature and discovering your beautiful and liberated potential and free dancing expression as a woman. So let's get comfy and let's get started. Hello everybody and a warm welcome to my new episode of my podcast She Knows. I'm so happy that you're here with me. I hope you're doing well. And before we start, as always, I warmly invite you to get comfortable, to bring your body in a relaxed state and drop deeper into your heart, and allow me to remind you that right now there is nothing to achieve, nothing to write down. Actually, I invite you to already practice feminine surrendering while listening to this episode, to not think your way through or try to be a really good student and make notes all the time, but instead allow yourself to fully receive with an open heart, a relaxed body, and just let go of the need to improve anything or get anything out of this episode. So trust that the right things will find you and stick with you, and let your body receive. Let yourself remember through beingness. Okay. So what exactly is feminine surrendering? And to answer this question, I want to start with telling you what it is not. So, feminine surrendering is not giving up, being passive, or becoming a doormat. It is not letting others negatively impact your life. It is not about having a weak life, but rather a soft and guided from within. And it is not losing the joy and spark of creating your dreams and visions into the world. And now I will tell you what feminine surrendering is. For me, it is pure self-love. It is pure self-trust. It is pure present moment activation, pure feminine nature embodiment. And on another level, it is the conscious and empowered choice to release the need for control and instead trust the flow of life and your unique path. It might sound paradox, but feminine surrendering nourishes our emotional and relational well-being and our wild creative hearts. And it is far from being passive or weak. It is actually an active, very courageous practice of releasing anxiety-driven patriarchal doing. And it truly, 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 truly embraces and heals your longing for just being your natural feminine self. Which honestly can feel like a luxury in a time of AI, because in our modern and super fast-paced society, we all must relearn how to just be present and loving and at home in our hearts and bodies, and not control, manipulate, and fast forward all the time. So the practice of surrender is all about coming home to yourself, coming home to the truth of who you really are. And honestly, I truly love this practice as it brought me closer to the divine union within me. And if you don't know what I mean by that, just feel into it and trust that it will reveal over time to you. And it brought me so much closer and deeper to love and to be love and to receive love in all forms of life. And I'm not saying that this is easy, but it can be easy if you allow it. If you allow it to wash away everything that is not love within you and stop resisting this cleanse. Because resistance creates suffering. And trust me, I had been an expert in resisting my natural flow of revealing truth from within my heart. So, feminine surrendering became something that carried me through all the hardships I experienced in the last 7 years of my life, while I built myself and my heart business up from scratch. And on my own journey, I had very little to no emotional support. As the cycle breaker that I am, I had no village that helped me through my dark nights of the soul. I had no social circle around me, but I had always been a seeker. I had always had a strong connection to my soul. So I always found my mentors, my healers, and humans who gifted me with their wisdom, their medicine that I so desperately needed at the time. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And I also always had nature. In nature, I felt whole, I felt home, I felt at peace and less broken. And through all this pain, through all this unraveling, expanding, and letting go, I slowly and gently and very naturally embodied the practice of feminine surrendering. And honestly, it saved my life. It still saves my life every day, again and again. Every time I try to control or push my way into something that my rigid mind or old wounds try to impose on me, I stop. I check in with myself, with my heart, and I come back to my freedom of choice and surrender. And I'm well aware that for most of us modern women who might got used to control and the material success of being in control, feel disembodied and disconnected from their cyclic and wild nature. And it is a huge unpacking and unlearning to come back to a more heart centered and slow living pace. And because it will bring up childhood wounds, parental wounds, and societal wounds, and you will understand like how much feminine repression and abuse you also carry in your system. And it will bring up a great feeling of powerlessness and of not being in control and maybe even feel like a victim. So I get it that this work of feminine surrendering might be not for everybody, and that's okay. But I'm speaking to those sensitive souls and those deep feeling women who learned that they are not able to control and succeed from the mind and the ego. And I'm speaking to the women who were set on a different path, a more wild and lonely path, maybe, a journey away from mainstream ways. And I'm speaking to the women who feel very deeply, and as a result of that, pushing, pulling, controlling, or manipulating the flow of life and the flow of love was never benefiting to their sensitive skins. So, as you can see, there are many, many layers and depth to it. And this is why I created my 6-month online mentorship, Wild Nourished Woman, to truly have time and unpack your own story and blockages with the practice of feminine surrendering and rewilding your womanhood. And I would love to have you next to me and yeah, to truly come back home to your wild creative heart and your cyclic body and your womanhood. And yeah, if you're interested in my mentorships, feel free to reach out through the contact form on my website or through YouTube, however you wish to connect with me. And thank you so much for listening and being here with me. Lots of love, and see you on the next episode. Bye bye.